Hello, I am your instructor for BUS 114, Small Business Planning, and today I'm going to be going over the writing business planning process with you and all of the components that should be included in your business plan. Your business plan should be approximately 25 to 35 pages, and it should begin with a cover page as stated in APA format. On your cover page, it should have the name of the company, the street address if applicable. If you have an online business only, you may want to include a P.O. box or your address where your mail is going to be sent, your company email address, the phone number. If your business does not have a phone number, you can always include your personal cell phone number, due date, your first and last name, your Bristol email address, the website. Today in the 21st century, most businesses do have a website, and any social media accounts such as the Facebook page, the Instagram page, and or the Twitter account. Please include a company logo if you have one, and then at the bottom of the cover page, please put the word confidential so readers know they should not share this document without permission. For the table of contents, I have provided you with directions on how to make an automated table of contents. All right, no one should be physically or manually putting in the page numbers. You should be setting up an automated table of contents, and you should be updating that table to reflect the correct page numbers. The table of contents should include all of the required components. It should include an executive summary, the company description, the industry analysis, the market analysis, the marketing plan, the management team and company structure, the operations plan, the product or service or design and development plan, and then lastly, the financial projections. For the financial projections, you are only required to have a projected income statement. And then lastly, your references. You are not required to have an appendices unless applicable. The first section that appears in the business plan is the executive summary. Although this is the first item that appears in the business plan, it is actually the last to be written. So because this is a summary of the entire business plan, you can't write it until after the business plan is complete. Arguably, the executive summary is the most important section that you will write in the business plan because many people will only read the executive summary. In the executive summary, you should include an introduction, a company description, the industry analysis, the market analysis, the marketing plan, the management team and company structure, the operations and development plan, the financial projections, and lastly, the funding sought. After the executive summary, the next section is the company description. As I show you the business plan, you'll see that proper headings are used, both a level heading 1 and a level heading 2, main headings and subheadings. Please make sure that your headings are bolded. Under company description, you're going to have introduction, company history, mission statement, vision statement, tagline, products and services, current status, funding sought, and then legal status and ownership. Arguably, the most important part in this section is the mission and or vision statement. This gives you a clear idea of who you are and what you want to achieve. Your mission statement should be one sentence, all right? It should not be long. The trick to writing an effective mission statement is to articulate the mission or purpose of the company in as few words as possible. A short mission statement is easier to remember than a longer one and is usually more effective. All right. So an example of a short mission statement is Facebook. Facebook's mission is to make the world a more open and connected. All right. So that mission statement is only 8 words. all right, to make the world more open and connected. So as you can see through this example, shorter is better. The next section is the industry analysis. I'm not going to take too much time to go over this section, as the embedded librarian has gone over the industry analysis section with you in depth, and you should be relying on the librarian to help you with the NAICS codes. The industry analysis should appear early in a business plan because it logically precedes the analysis of a firm's target market and marketing strategy. It also helps set up support for the remainder of the plan. The analysis normally includes an indication of the average of growth in sales for the firms in an industry. All right. So in this section, you should define the industry. You should be including the industry size, growth rate, and sales projections, industry structure, the firms in the industry, the ratios, the industry trends, and any trends that are working against the industry, and then finally the long-term prospects. The next section I'm going to be going over is the market analysis. The market analysis is an extremely important section of a business plan for two reasons. First, like the industry analysis, the market analysis helps define the nature of the business and the remainder of the plan. You're going to talk about the target market, and to succeed, a firm must answer the basic question, who are our customers and how will we appeal to them? So in this section, you really want to answer the 5 W's, who, what, where, when, and why. So you're going to begin with a market segmentation, then the target market selection, the target market size, buyer behavior. Then you're going to move into competitor analysis, and you're going to talk about both direct competitors and indirect competitors. And then you're going to discuss any future competitors if applicable, and you're going to include the estimate of annual sales and the estimate of annual market share. Next, we're going to go over the marketing plan. The marketing section must lay out specifically how you plan to make your target market aware of the existence of your product or service. Many business plans do a good job of describing the size of a company's target market and the merits of its product, but do a poor job of dealing with the practicalities of how the product will be sold. The best way to describe a company's marketing plan is to start by articulating its marketing strategy, positioning, and points of differentiation, and then talk about how these overall aspects of the plan will be supported by price, promotional mix, and sales process and distribution strategy. So think about the 4 P's: product, price, place, and promotion. So be sure to include the overall marketing strategy, the positioning, the points of differentiation, the pricing strategy, the sales process or cycle, promotional activities, the annual marketing budget, and next we're going to talk about the management team and company structure. This part of the business plan is divided into 5 sections: management team, board of directors, board of advisors, other professionals, and company structure. The section should be crisp and to the point. Under management team and company structure, you can begin with a brief introduction, then jump into the management team, the skills profile and gaps in management team. You can include a summary, ownership and compensation, board of directors and board of advisors, other professionals if applicable, an organizational chart, and next we're going to talk about the operations plan. The operations plan section of the business plan outlines how your business will be run and how your product or service will be produced. The topics that are generally included are operating model and procedures, business location, facilities and equipment, and operation strategy and plans. So make sure you include a general approach to operations, administrative and employee activities, production activities, inventory, the business location if applicable, advantages of the location, facilities and equipment, and how the equipment and programs are chosen, the building and future growth of the business, equipment, and then any government codes and regulations, and then the operation strategy and plans. You have to include the relationship between business and operation strategies. And next, we're going to talk about product or service design and development plan. This section of your business plan has 4 parts: development status and tasks, challenges and risks, costs, and intellectual property. So you can include the timeline, any completed milestones, remaining milestones, retrofitting of any building if applicable, if you have a building, challenges and risks associated, and then the costs and the design and development of the budget, intellectual property. And finally, the last section is the financial projections. For this section, I'm only requiring you to have a projected income statement. I recommend creating the projected income statement in Excel and then copying it into the Word document. And then lastly, the references. All right, so please make sure all of your sources are cited. If you use any YouTube videos, books, any online articles, you should include all of your references listed alphabetically per APA, and I recommend that you use Scribr to list your references. If you have any questions about the business plan, please reach out to me, and I hope you enjoyed this video.